Good afternoon.
Episode 29.
That's the one.
That's
29.
We've had a bit of a break.
We have. We've had a long slumber.
When did we last film? Like 2.5 weeks ago. It was a Friday, wasn't it? Or was it a Wednesday?
I think it was a
It was a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So it was 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago, yeah. Not even.
Or even, was it before? It was 2 weeks since our last episode. Maybe it was 3 weeks then.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's been a bit. We've had a bit of a break. We've
just to rejuvenate.
Recuperate
our thoughts.
Yep.
It was sort of getting to a point, if we were doing them weekly, it's getting a bit hard to keep hour-long episodes going with fresh stuff.
Every week.
We don't, it's not like we've been scaling mountains and going through, Eastern Europe, fucking hitchhiking.
We've been working.
We've been doing some pretty basic
and
stuff.
It's pretty much the same weekend every week.
So, look.
Bar a few events here and there.
To be fair, I've done a few little things. I've been trying to. I don't want to get stuck in the same routine. I don't like that. I mean, the
routine's good to an extent.
Routine with the healthy habits is good.
100%.
But then you also, someone said something to me the other day. You'd be lucky if you have 4,000 weeks. You put it like that. That's not good. That's if you live to like 80 or 90. I'm pretty sure.
It's pretty crazy.
So when you put it like that and you're like, oh, that's another week gone. Oh, that's another week gone. I'm like, fuck, I want to start doing a few little different things here. Thinking about, more trips and stuff. Thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because you want a few of these weeks to be a bit different, I guess. But yeah, anyways, a little bit of time has passed and we're back here feeling fresh. Like I've got lots of things in my mind that have happened or that I've written down in my little journal here to talk about.
Phenomenal.
I feel like it's been good writing shit down.
Yeah, my mum does that a lot. She does that every morning. She just goes and jots down.
There's too much distraction on your phone.
What's been happening, and then I
start typing.
She seems to be pretty good in terms of mental health.
Start typing a thought down on your phone. Bang! You've got a fucking notification from my Maccas. My notification from the group chat. Notification from fucking whatever else is going on.
My Mac is
whatever.
Fuck, it's dangerous in November.
they're throwing deals out. They're throwing money away.
It's dangerous in November.
Yeah, man.
I saw a quote, not relevant to my Maccas.
Yeah.
Relevant to the whole mental health thing.
Yes.
So it was.
Has it been?
Let me just try and remember what.
Has it been Mental Health Week recently or something? We should do like a mental health themed episode.
That'd be cool.
Well, we can sort of delve into that a bit today. I've got a few things that are sort of in that realm anyway, but we'll discuss more psychological things.
If every morning you woke up and you had $86,400, right? And no matter what you did that day, the next morning you're going to wake up with $86,400.
Yeah.
If someone pinched $10 off you, would you care? Would you let it affect your day, or would you just keep going on with your day?
No. You wouldn't care.
Why, if someone makes you pissed off for 10 seconds, do you let that affect your whole day when there's 86,400 seconds in a day?
Yeah, that is.
Why do you let that 10 seconds piss your whole day off?
I've heard this in like a slightly different manner. Like it was the same 86,400 thing with something else. So I get it. I know exactly what you mean. And that's
you're going to wake up the next day with 86,400 seconds.
It's crazy.
So why do you let 10 seconds affect that whole? I'm criminal at that.
Well, like I wish
I'm criminal at that.
I wish it was easy enough to just do that. I think there's a lot more that comes into it, and that's what I was gonna sort of get into. I've been reading a book called Indistractable. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I haven't.
It's called Indistractable, and it's pretty much it was talking about how humans, like it's an evolutionary thing. Us, like, being very pessimistic, negative, and stressing.
Yeah.
Like that's what made humans survive back then. The ones that were always, on edge, stressed, anxious, they had to be like that to survive. You know what I mean? In like their tribes and stuff. If they didn't, they're getting eaten by a fucking bear or a tiger or some shit, So it's sort of like an evolutionary thing, right? You always have to just come back to baseline, which is another thing they mentioned in the book. It's called hedonic adaptation.
Hedonic adaptation.
Have you heard of like the hedonic treadmill or anything like that?
No.
So it's pretty much like no matter what you achieve, no matter how good it is, that whatever you're achieving or whatever it is that you've received, that you've been looking forward to, like a successful thing. Not like after not long, you're back at baseline. You know what I mean? Like you're just trying to climb that mountain and you get there and you're like, oh, I'm here now. Now what? You know what I mean? It's sort of like everything just goes back to baseline, no matter how much. You're like, oh, you know, when I'm rich, I'll be happy. Then you're just like, you're rich and you're like, no, I feel like fucking shit still.
Yeah. And there has been, like, I reckon more than less. More people who are wealthier than less say the exact same thing.
Yeah, 100%.
That money does absolutely.
What about
money? Money can like is a short term cure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, if you've grown up not well off, and obviously can't afford just like meals throughout the week,
it will help.
Shit like that. Obviously, that helps.
Yeah.
But your overall mental health is not going to change.
Yeah. Is there anything in your life that's happened like that? Like, what about, for instance, say you made, I don't know, I know you're a good soccer player. Say like the moment you made the best possible team you've ever made.
Yeah.
Did you think it was going to feel as good as it did? Like, say like maybe 3 weeks later, were you still like on top of the world, or were you just like, oh, you know, well, this is like the normal now? Because that's what the book's pretty much explaining. It says no matter what, no matter how much, you know, joy you're going to have, you're always just going to come back. And it's the same with when you
it is. It is exactly like
you're
that.
in a slingshot back. And that's a scary thing. Not scary, but yeah.
Yeah, it is exactly like that. Like when you're... when I was in Indonesia, we went on a tour in Indonesia for soccer. We were probably about 14, 15. And I'd finished golden boot for the tournament, like for the whole tournament.
Most goals
for the whole tournament.
So yeah, that's
across like a few Indonesian teams, a few teams from over east.
So that's pretty fucking good, I'd say.
Yeah,
that's
it was like
pretty top notch.
It was good. Like it's a pretty good achievement of mine. I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
And then play for the same club. Came back. We had trials. I want to say 2 months later, like 2 months after this tournament. So this was end of season. Carried on this tournament and then break and then back at trials towards Christmas time, and didn't actually get picked for that team the next year.
Yeah, right. So it's just
so it's like, you know, you might feel very fucking tip top, like nothing can stop me, and then all of a sudden, bang.
No, yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I mean.
It's just
it's a bit like that.
It's almost like not humbling, but it's yeah, I do get what you mean in terms of like you're gonna keep coming back for more. Like it's never really It's nothing really ever is gonna just satisfy you to the point where you're content.
Oh, that's an evolutionary thing again.
Yeah.
Because if you were just happy, content, you sit still, predators would walk all over you, and that's the same thing with nowadays today. If you just sat on the couch every day because you know you think you're content or happy. See how far you get. It's gonna I think that happiness will fleet pretty quickly. That contentment. You know what I mean? I don't know. You need that adversity. I think. Hey, you need shit things to happen for the good things to feel good. Don't you reckon? You can't always just be feeling good because you don't. You know what I mean? Then it's not good, is it? Because you have nothing to compare it to.
You don't know what.
You don't know what the opposite is.
And that's like there's a lot of people who, like I wasn't. Like our family wasn't rich growing up.
Yeah.
We weren't well off. Like we you know, we had basic shit, but we weren't like, couldn't go on holidays every 2 seconds and couldn't go do this and couldn't do that. So I think like now when shit happens and it's like inconveniences and stuff like that, like it doesn't affect me like at all.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, I'm 10 times off where I am now than where I was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like at home. But then it's like I see people like mates of mine who have always been really wealthy, like growing up, and it's obviously nothing on them. That's just how they were brought up.
It's just it's
what they were born into, and it's like they have like something. The smallest thing happens, and they're fucking flipping out about it.
Yeah,
and you can and it's just like
chill.
Like if you knew,
chill. Yeah. But it's hard. It's hard with that.
But then obviously,
how do you get angry at them? Because it's like that's what they know.
That's their norm.
You can teach them and like
that's
show them.
Yeah.
You can show them empathy. Like you can show them your truth in that, and they can have empathy. And I think that's really important. But at the end of the day, it's really hard. Especially, I've been watching this show called series called From. It's on Stan. Fucking great fucking series. Just finished the 3rd season. So there's pretty much they I'm not gonna spoil anything or go into the plot too much, but pretty much they find themselves in a town separate from the rest of the world, and so pretty much they can't get out of that town, and no one else can really get in unless they stumble into it accidentally, which gets them trapped there, for instance. So once you're stuck in this town, you can't get out.
Yeah.
So this character goes in as a little boy. His name's Victor, and he's away from the rest of his family. So he's away from his dad, who's in the real world.
Yeah.
And then his dad eventually somehow finds himself in that town with him, but he's all grown up. He's a full adult. So he lost him at he lost him as a kid.
The kid, yeah.
And then he met him again, and he's about 50.
Wow.
And he's like, he's not all there. He's a bit loopy because he grew up in this really like crazy place. And he was like, and then one of the other characters is like, you can't blame yourself for not being there as like a dad. Like he grew up here on his own. He's just a product of the environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the fucking crazy thing. You can't really, you can blame people to a certain extent, but then, everyone's just a product of their own environment, aren't they? To some extent.
Very true.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you can't imagine comparing someone from the royal family, like a kid that grew up in the royal family to a kid that grew up in Bali. Like, imagine putting them in a room. What could they possibly have to talk about together? They're just from two completely different environments.
Yeah. Yeah, that is fucking wild when you think about it.
That'd be a good social experiment.
Putting two people that are like polar opposites.
Yeah, well, just like a kid, one of those kids who juggles a soccer ball on the streets of Bali, and with his bracelets
in the favelas, yeah.
And then you put him with like, I don't even know shit about the royal family. Prince Harry's kid. I don't know, some little child wearing a suit. Put him in there, give him some toys to play with. I wonder what would happen.
That is, I'm sure they've done that.
I don't think the royal family do shit like that.
No, obviously not. But fuck, like something along those lines where they've got two polar opposite people
and put them in a room.
Just like what's gonna happen?
Yeah, no, it's a crazy thought. But that's why I think environment's pretty important, right? Like I was saying, I always gone about the Scarborough House. Everyone hates me for it, but I felt fucking great in that environment.
Yeah.
So, and it changed a lot. It changed just all the other things, like how I felt, my mood. Being able to get up at 5 a.m, just stuff like that.
At the end of the day, that's what money's not going to get you.
Nah, God no.
So, I suppose you have to sort of take what you can get.
But going on with that yin and yang stuff, the good to be good, to be good, there needs to be bad, right?
Correct.
So that was something Chris Bumstead said as well. I know I'm going through like a lot of motivational fucking quotes here, but he was saying if you numb the good, you numb the bad. Or if you numb the bad, you numb the good. So, like whenever, and this has been something that I can resonate with a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Explain.
So, I don't know, say you're feeling really shit. Something really shit's happening, or you just feel really sad, shit. Any negative sort of emotion.
Yeah.
And you try to numb that, right? So, which is, not good, right? So if you try and numb it, I don't know, there's probably a few ways to numb it. I don't know. Numbing it by just, I don't know, ignoring it, drinking, drugs, the
common ones, yeah.
Just the normal stuff, maybe you're just non-stop playing video games, non-stop watching TV, non-stop just doing something completely like over the top to just numb it.
Once you finally
not dealing with it.
Get something good that happens, it doesn't feel as good because
because you've numbed it. And then so if you're numbing all those negative feelings, when something good happens, you're going to feel numb as well. You know what I mean? Like you've just numbed everything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's just
but that's pretty crazy.
Emotionless,
It's like you have to actually really just take on the negative shit and experience it and work it out.
Yeah.
For when times are good, for them to be good.
Mm-hmm.
That made me think that one, eh?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like Chris Bumstead.
Oh, he's so
he's very
so wise.
Yeah, really wise. But then you think like how much he trains.
How could he be such a nice guy?
No, but not even how could he be such a nice guy. He's with himself
a lot. Non-stop, just pushing himself to be the best.
You are trying to beat your own mind and your own body most hours of every single day.
I love how open he is. He just tells us everything. He tells us like times where he wanted to quit, when he wanted to, he's crying in the bathroom, and he's like his own fiance's, or I think they're married now. I think his wife now. Yeah. Wife or fiance, like was holding him in the bathroom while he's crying, saying he's quitting and stuff. Like I love how he's so open like that because he's like the best in the world at what he was doing. He's retired now.
It just shows you, yeah.
So like it just goes to show that
he's
a real person.
His last open
Yeah, he did an open show. He
Second.
didn't win that one,
Came
but
second.
yeah, he won 6 Olympias. That wasn't his sport, open bodybuilding anyway, so he didn't really need to do that. He just did it for fun, I think. But yeah, that just goes to show they're actually real people, even though they seem like robots.
Yeah, a lot of footballers as well. A lot of every sport.
Just
Sports,
not real people.
Sports are really big
Yeah.
one. I think because it's
You see them on the screen, you're like, oh, they're not real people, just abusing them through the screen.
yeah, and then or in person, Adam. But I think it's a lot easier to like not take a step back
And just
And
see them as,
yeah, because
figurines.
it's a lot easier just to go fuck it.
They're
Like-
not real people. They're just, this is just a sports team. Or, it's just a celebrity. Like,
Yeah.
he's not a real person. He doesn't have real feelings.
Mm.
I mean, or some people are, oh, he's got all the money in the world. How could he be,
And I think
how could he have
that's
feelings?
I think that's why a lot of people. I think that's why everyone gets starstruck because you see them,
holy fuck.
you talk to them,
it's real.
fuck, they're like real,
I
like
think
they're there.
that's what's been good about working at Main Street. I haven't met too many high profile people there. I wouldn't say I've met
Enough.
heaps of Eagles boys.
Yeah. Okay. Which is
Like-
relatively high profile.
Liam Duggan came in today and he knows me by name. He's such a nice bloke, legend. Knows me by name and everything. And he was like, I was at, OBH Sunday Arvo after lunch, just having a cocktail with the missus. And he goes, oh yeah, like drove past you guys and saw you, eh? Like, I tried to give you a wave, but you weren't looking. Oh fuck, he's just a normal, nice guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like he's not,
Yeah.
you just have their separate sort of identity. You don't realize they're actually just normal people that
Yeah.
grew, bleed the same way and breathe the same way, look the same way, sleep the same way,
Mm.
But I found that quite nice.
That's quite sick. That's quite cool.
But,
Duggan.
yeah.
I like Duggan.
He's the nicest bloke. So shout out to him. One of these days when I talk to him, I'm gonna have to get him on. I'm gonna have to ask him. I don't know. If still need to get over that sort of fear of, what other people think and
I like that.
stuff like that.
What's his name? Harry Garside.
Yeah,
You know Harry Garside, boxer.
But you've told us this before.
Yeah, he does it on his TikTok. The
Uncomfortable
30
stuff.
days of it, but he's doing like lots of different challenges. Like he's constantly doing every month like a new thing that he does for a month straight and just tries as hard as he can to like overcome it, his fears. So it might be like, I don't know if he's doing one or this might be someone else doing like 30 days of trying foods, like eating foods I hate
Yeah,
or I don't
fuck.
like, and he eats food every day that he hates, he can't stand.
Make you real resilient.
Yeah.
Make you real strong.
So it gets to the point where he's like trying out new dishes and stuff like that
that he hates.
that he hates, but he's putting twists on them to stuff like say he hates, like I think one of them was anchovies,
Yeah.
which is pretty common. I don't think a lot of people
Not
like
a fan.
anchovies,
No, not a fan.
but he's done like this thing where he puts anchovies and it's like a little like biscuit and stuff, and he likes it. I don't know if it's Harry Garside, it might be someone else, but I know Harry Garside does the
Uncomfortable stuff. yeah.
uncomfortable like ordering food and shit in like a baby voice and stuff like that, and he just does so many things that it's obviously
Apparently
puts you
that
in a
stuff's good for you.
situation where it's
Very
when it's
good for
like-
you.
yeah, obviously it would be.
Real good for
It's like you don't really like that thing you said before. I got a TikTok of it literally fucking 2 weeks ago. I don't know what podcast it was. It might have been 3 or 4 episodes ago when you said everyone has their own. Like you are a different version for everyone. Like
Yeah.
everyone's got a different version of you in their head. You might be the quiet one. You might be the loud one. You might be the funny one. You might be the sporty one.
All these versions of you exist.
Yeah.
And you have your own vision of yourself as well. That's
and then
obviously the most important.
I thought about it when I saw the TikTok,
It's a fucking
and I
spin
went,
out.
"Fuck, that's."
Everyone
That's
looks at you
really
differently.
true.
Your dad looks at you differently
Like
to your
it-
mum
like I
and your
go-
sister, Like, it's
Yeah.
so different.
Like I go to soccer, and it's like I act pretty similar to how I act at work, but then I go to like other places, and I know I act differently, and it's like fuck. What are these people there that only know me from there think
Yeah.
I'm this like shy thing? But then I know the people from soccer and work think I'm like out. It's just fucking
Everyone's
trips
perspective.
me out.
Every single different person means every single person has different. Like, there's a
Mm.
different perspective for every person that exists.
And yeah, I think
In their head.
the more you think about it, the more you give a fuck, the worse you are off.
Well, the environment. Everyone's got to grow up in a different environment. So say like I don't know. Some people would love like a loud, outgoing person. Like, oh, this is so much fun. He's
Yeah.
so much fun to be around.
Because
He's
it's
such
so
a good laugh.
So different.
And then you get some people that are like, this loud motherfucker needs to shut up. Like I can't stand him. It's like, That's two different people's perspectives, and it's the same person acting the same way.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like everyone's different, and you can't please and that's one thing got to be like happy with. You can't make everyone happy. You can't please everyone.
Yeah.
No matter what you do.
Mm.
I'm sure like who's one of the most loved people in the world? I don't know. I'm sure there's people that hate Chris Bumstead, you know?
Yeah.
Or don't like something he does, or I don't know, someone else that everyone loves.
Who's love?
Look at Taylor Swift. You know how many people love her, and you know how many people hate her. You know what I mean?
Don't hate her. I just don't really like her music.
Yeah, well, a lot of people hate her and like all that. You know what I mean? So it's like
That's true.
everyone's so different, and you're never going to make everyone happy. It's like I've been watching. The missus got me on a Love Island, as I mentioned last episode.
Yeah.
It's interesting talking about to other people and clients that watch it as well. Some people like this person, some people don't like this person. You know?
Yeah. Like I think we've got our one of that chat with a few of us boys in there. They're always going on about like arguing.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see this and this?
Like,
he's chill. He's
No,
like, fuck off, he's a dickhead.
No, he's a dickhead. Or like, yeah, she's cool. No, she's not cool. You know, it's everyone just thinks differently of different people. There's so many different perspectives out there. Man.
Yeah, it comes down to preference as well.
It's wild. It's wild how humans work, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I find it quite crazy. I wrote down here a few things I was going to get into. One was sort of what we were just talking about. That why is it so hard to stop caring about what other people think? Because don't you hear that? Don't you hear people say to you like, well, "Bro, like, why do you care about what other people think? What's wrong with you?" I'm like,
Yeah,
you do as well to a certain extent. That person who says that, you know. Why do you think
I don't.
you don't care what other people think?
I
I think you
don't.
do. You definitely would to a certain
Yeah,
extent.
but I don't. I
Really?
really don't. Like
Really?
I don't. Yeah. Like I used to act so differently around like different people because I was so scared. Like oh, they seem fucking different. Like I don't want to act.
But what
different
about people like close to you? Wouldn't you care about what they think?
Yeah, but I don't. Like I don't do anything that's.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm in a fucking gang and I'm dealing drugs on the side and people know that I do that.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't care about making a change because I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
Like I don't do anything out of the
out
of
the
the norm.
ordinary. Yeah.
like that. Like I go to work every day. I play sport, go to the gym, do a podcast. That's pretty much the extent of my week.
How would you recommend? Because I fucking overthink shit like this all the time. I'm like, I don't know what it is, eh?
I just think
I don't know why.
I think ever since my dad passed a few years ago, I sort of like you said, that thing of sort of like numbing it.
Yeah.
I haven't numbed it, but it's like sort of like you're not here for long.
Yeah.
Like you're really not.
Yeah.
And shit can change like quickly.
Yeah.
So like I don't really.
You sort of have
I can't go and sit there and waste however long
Yeah.
going, fuck, like, how do I change this person's perspective? How do I,
How do I make
tap
them,
into
how do I
their
make them
mind?
love me? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't care. If you don't like me, you don't like me. If you do, you do. Like, I really don't give a fuck.
I think I need to get that sort of mindset a bit more. Eh?
Like, you're just not here for long enough to care. You're really not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm like that, eh? I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, like, did I just do something weird? Was I just weird in there? Like, did people just look at my posture and think it's really fucked? Shit like that. Like, it's just ticking in my head all the time. I'm like, I just want to switch off, man. I just want to, like, rest, relax, you know?
I can't say I
You experience
have
that.
really ever, not ever, in the last 2 years, really ever, like, just gone.
Just those thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like sometimes I'm like, do they think I'm a good person? Do they think I'm a good barber? Like, do they think I did a good haircut on them? Do they think this? Do they think that? I'm like, fuck, why can't I just chill? Like, why do I care so much?
But it's normal.
Why do I care so much?
It's normal. It's like, I think it's not, I want to say like 80-20.
Yeah, I don't
People overthink.
Maybe I don't know. I want to feel like sometimes I want to feel like I'm just normal and enough, you know? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know. I'm all for being like the funny guy and for being an idiot and purposely bringing like laughs on myself. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like people I just don't think, like, I don't know, they don't take me seriously for some reason. And that sometimes makes me not feel like normal, not like enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know where that comes from. That's obviously comes from somewhere in my past, somewhere. You know, everything's sort of shaped from our experiences. But yeah, I don't know why that is.
I think you see like so much shit on social media, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't
oh,
help.
I've got this and this and this and this syndrome and this and this and this disorder, and these are all my symptoms. And
It also
you're
makes
sitting
it
there
worse.
going, fuck, I do that shit.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I've got this as well.
Yeah, I've got this as well.
And I feel like it snowballs it. You're
Yeah,
like
it's-
saying, oh, I've got this. I've got this. I've got. Trust me, I'm
Life's too
depressed.
short.
Like, trust me, I'm depressed. And you're
Life's
like,
too short.
fuck, like, you know,
Unfortunately, you don't have long. And I think the thing as well, it's not that you don't have long. It's that you don't know when. You don't know when you're gonna die. No one does.
man, that
If you knew you'd constantly live in fear every day, counting down.
seeing that 18-year-old in Laos, that chick
Yeah,
from Melbourne, that was like,
two of them. Yeah,
fuck. Yeah, both of them.
both of them now.
both
Yeah,
Two 18-year-olds, 19 or 18? 18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
Either or. Like,
Young.
Still so young.
yeah.
They looked so happy. They looked like they were fucking having a blast. They looked like, and her dad was saying in like the interview, they wanted to, you know, that was the first of many trips they were going to do together. Like they wanted to see the world, meet new friends, laugh. I'm like, fuck, man, like all like gone for nothing. What for? Why did they have to be gone? You know,
Yeah.
it's not fair.
No, it's not. But life's not.
Yeah, why can't?
Life's-
why can't
Life's
it be
not
fair, man?
fucking fair.
Why can't it be fair, man?
It's not fair.
No, yeah, it's really cruel how you know, if people are good, they should have good happen to them if they're good. You know, if you are a good person, you should be rewarded for that.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes good people aren't. Like, what about that? You know, I don't know who they were. Don't know if she was nice.
They seem very
She might have
genuine.
been a bitch. She might have been a bitch. Who knows? But she seemed cool. They seemed like happy, nice people.
Yep.
What for? You know, they should be rewarded for being good people, not, you know.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be dying at such a young age, in such a terrible way as well.
No, you shouldn't.
So yeah, I found that quite heartbreaking, really.
Yeah, it was a bit
Especially because I want to do things like that.
shocking.
I want to do the
Yeah,
same
and
things. I want to travel.
And I think the sort of the age profile, where they're from, what they
Man.
did, it's just like
It fits.
fuck. That's
Fits what is happening.
that's what I
want
that,
to do.
that could happen to me. But then again, you can't go now living in fear, fearing the worst. Obviously, you have to be careful
Be
and be
cautious,
weary
yeah.
and cautious. But I don't think you can go.
You can't just lock yourself in a room.
Yeah, because you're never gonna fulfill, and you're never going to experience something really like how good it is if you're holding back.
Well, my mum said to me, my mum doesn't say a whole lot. She's not like, my mum and dad like said a lot of things to me, a lot of lessons, but they're not like, what do you call it? They don't come up with like these fancy quotes, you know. People say, oh, you know, my dad used to say this and like had all these lines. But my mum was like, when I was saying, oh, mum, like I'm scared for this flight. I'm not scared. I'm like, I'm not looking forward to this flight. She goes, everything in life like contains risk. She goes, every little thing that we do requires and like contains risk. I was like, fuck, wow, like I just need to like just do it, eh? Like it's just like everything's got some sort of
And
risk
it's like the
to it.
smallest of shit as well.
Yeah,
Like,
driving
what if you
to
go?
work's
What if you
got
go have a
risk.
sip of that water, and you can choke on your water, like like shit like that? You know what I mean?
Well, that's a bit less extreme,
No, but
but yeah.
everything you do,
Has
just
risk.
because it's not a high percent of chance of it happening, doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Yeah. That's wild, man.
Like I could go unplug my fucking charger and get electrocuted. Shit like
Faulty
that.
circuit,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's
Well,
so possible.
Yeah. Well, I found that was cool.
We're just gonna have a little quick
Quick
break.
intermission.
We'll see you guys very shortly.
Yep.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
But what we're saying, yeah, everything in life does have risk, I suppose, when you look at it that way.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, no matter what you're doing, you're at risk anyway. Like you were saying, by just being out in the sun, you're risking getting, unfortunately, some people get skin cancer.
Yeah.
And that's just from being out in the sun. You're like, fuck, I'm just outside enjoying myself. You know, you wouldn't think that's going to, you know, risk and end your life potentially one day.
Yeah.
Like it does for some people, because it
And
does.
And I saw, you know, you see those like, not car crash videos, but just like people like fail compilations and stuff like
Never
that.
been a fan of those,
Like
if I'm honest.
fail compilations.
Never been a fan.
I saw, it was one of them, and I just thought like I chuckled at the time. I laughed. I was like, fucking, that's funny as fuck. And then I like thought about it, like, fuck, he could have died.
I don't find
Like it was
those
a
ones
car.
funny.
The car had turned the corner,
Yeah.
and the back wheel had popped off,
Yeah.
and the wheel has come like flying at this bloke, like flying at him, and he turns for like this, like a split second, and like jumps out the way,
Yeah.
and like you
Would've
think
took his head
a
off.
car tires 30, 40 kilos.
Just racing at you.
Yeah, race that would have absolutely chopped through him.
Yeah.
And I laughed and went, oh, like fuck, that was close.
I've never found
And laughed
those
and I went,
things funny.
holy shit, like really, he could have fucking died. Like
That shit's too extreme, man. Like
I know,
And just because of social media and how things are, it makes it normal.
air crash investigation.
But it makes stuff normal. Like it makes those stupid, crazy videos that are like
Twitter's the worst.
literally a millimeter of life and death.
Twitter, Twitter's fucked.
Social media makes those things seem like they're normal, but they're not. Imagine that 40 years ago, our parents growing up. They never would have seen anything like that because there's nothing to see it on.
Unless
there's no videos like
unless
that
they
out there.
experienced it first.
So
time.
that's why it's like,
firsthand. Yeah.
yeah, that they didn't have that weird shit that we experience with social media and how.
Lucky. I would
Yeah,
love
yeah.
to. I would love to be around that time, sort of 70s, 80s.
Man, you're seeing all this crazy shit with the wars over in Gaza and shit. Like they never saw, you know.
It was just
I
sort
mean,
of there's
we
a war
mean,
going on.
We never saw that, you know.
Yeah.
Now we are, and it's like fuck shit. Like
No videos in the newspaper, is there?
nah, there's a few
A still black and white image
Black
with a
and
fucking
white.
title.
a bit of Times New Roman font.
Do you watch Wallace and Gromit?
Have I what the new one? Is there a new movie?
There's
out?
a new one coming out on January 3rd.
Never seen. Well, I haven't. Oh,
Have you watched the old ones?
When I was a child, man. When I was a kid, I don't really remember.
I fucking love Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, it's been a
And
while.
I'm
I used to
so
like it.
excited to watch this new movie.
I'm gonna watch
to
it.
segue onto fucking movies all of a sudden.
I'm gonna watch it,
but it
but
just
like,
popped up. I reckon it's going to be, they are saying the movie people, like the fucking diehards, like who
Rotten Tomatoes.
review movies and
Rotten
shit.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes are saying it's like projected to be like one of the
Big
funniest movies that of the last.
Really?
Yeah,
What, funny?
Apparently it's like fucking hilarious.
Why are they making it for like a more of a young adult audience,
I think it's
or is it just kids?
no, adults can watch it.
Kids aren't gonna know who the fuck Wallace and Gromit are. now.
adults can definitely watch it. Like,
Surely the kids of today are not gonna know who the fuck Wallace and Gromit are.
let us know.
Oh, that's like a very faint memory for me. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I know they are the creators of Chicken Little.
Chicken Run or Chicken Little? Chicken Run was a film.
Chicken Run.
That was a great film.
Chicken Run, yeah.
What a movie. Watched that one a few times.
Yeah.
I had those in the old Bali DVDs. Do you remember those?
The Blu-rays.
No, do you remember? It's like a little sleeve.
Yeah,
And you just
yeah,
clean
yeah,
up on them. You don't see them anymore.
Fuck no.
You got Netflix now. You don't need
I
that.
remember it used to be like,
That market
had
went.
like family friends or someone going over to Bali. You want the movies?
Want the movies?
I
Yeah,
got
get
you
them
a
all.
fucking booklet
Yeah.
with 4 DVDs per sleeve.
Yeah.
Here's 60 fucking
You could smash them in your suitcase.
60
Plenty of them. Yeah.
60 DVDs.
Fucking hell.
Not
yeah.
one legal.
No, there's filmed on a bloody camera.
Yeah.
You see people's heads in the shadows of their head in the videos. Oh man, that was good.
What other shit from? What is like some early like when we were kids, early 2000s stuff that's sort of faded away, like due to technology advancing and other shit just getting a bit better.
Went in the bin.
Yeah,
You're saying?
just stuff that just doesn't happen anymore, doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't need to
like
be used.
like fucking Blockbuster.
yeah, in the bin.
How good was Blockbuster though?
Yeah, but-
going and renting a movie. I used to go rent like PS3 games. And I used to go, Mum, I want to play this game for like, can I play it? I want to play this game for the week. I used to go like rent Batman for like $4 for the week.
Always stitch your mum up because you'd be like, oh, we got to go return it. And when you'd return it, you'd get a new one because you're
Yeah.
there with your mum. You're like, Mum, we're here now.
May as well.
We're here now.
It'd be
might as well
rude
get
not
another.
to.
It's like it was a continuous cycle because you have to
Yeah.
return it. So every time you return it, you get a new one. I don't know how my mum broke that cycle. I don't know how she broke it.
No, James. No.
No, my mum was like, she was hell nice like that. She'd be like, oh, come on, like go on, just get one. Like,
Yeah. And my mum was always good. She never ever said
yeah.
like really, rarely ever.
Like,
made
shut
a
up.
Fuss. and
No. Nah, I don't
She's
know.
pretty good.
Yeah, shit, my mum was good too. But yeah, I don't know how that cycle got broken, but there's no use for that anymore. As soon as Netflix and shit came out, like, see you later.
Yeah. Fucking big time.
Obviously, any other device, like, remember the BlackBerry?
The
Any
BlackBerry,
phone,
the
any
PSPs.
PSP. PSP.
I used to play FIFA on the PSP.
I never had one of those pieces of garbage.
I don't think I had a PSP. I think I had a DS. I had a DS.
I think Nintendo's sort of gone in the bin, hasn't it?
I got a Switch.
But not many people will play a Switch, eh?
I don't play it much,
Maybe it's
but
not-
I'm definitely taking it on.
Maybe
now.
it's more of a younger
I'm taking it on my
person thing.
trip.
Maybe it's more of a younger person.
I'm
thing.
definitely taking it on my trip.
Wii. What about Wii? That's in the bin.
Wii is fucking electric, by the way.
Wii is
If
in the-
they
in the
made
bin.
like a Wii Pro,
They should. I don't know why they don't.
make a Wii Pro,
There's still
I
a market for that.
guarantee you,
Bro,
I will be
that's
on
so
that
weird.
every
Why
day
isn't there
playing
one?
basketball and shit.
Why isn't there one?
I don't know. The
Actually-
technology's so advanced
Yeah,
now.
they should make like an AI Wii fucking
Oh,
Pro
VR Wii.
Pro Max
I suppose
VR.
That's what VR is, isn't it? It's
Man,
just,
Wii.
It's just a better Wii.
We should tag Wii in this and let them
Nintendo,
know.
Wii, bowling.
We want a cut. We want 50% of all royalties
We're like fucking Shark Tank here.
for a Wii Pro.
I'll give you 30%, 100 grand for 30% equity.
Honestly, we could take any percent if it'd be that big. We could take 1% and be millionaires. I reckon. Actually, I don't know. It's a bit much. Maybe we'll take 10%. We'll take 10%.
We'll take tenner.
maybe more. Nah, fuck it. I want half.
We'll take 10 each.
Yeah, minimum.
10 each, minimum.
Minimum. Yeah, fuck Wii Pro, AI, XVR. A few more letters in there, you'd be beautiful.
Wii
more
Pro 4K HD,
Oh man, there's a hole in the market there, eh?
HDR, next gen.
So this isn't to do with shit that doesn't have a place anymore, which is what we're saying.
Are we gonna rank?
What happened to Starburst? Sorry. Why?
Oh my fuck! You know what's annoying?
Where the
I was
fuck
in the
have they
shop.
gone?
I was in the shop a few weeks ago, and I was craving a sweet treat.
There's some lollies.
And I was like, I was with one of my mates from football, and we were in there, and I was like, fuck, I don't know if I get like a protein ice cream,
Yeah.
or if I could just get like a bag of lollies and just like snack throughout the night. I just really wanted something sweet. I hadn't had anything sweet like all week, I reckon.
Yeah.
I was just craving. And I was like looking for Starburst. And I would have gone like a good 5 minutes.
I reckon
like,
you're about
scanning
10
it.
years late. They
And I
haven't
was
been
like,
around for a while.
Fuck me.
Nah.
I forgot they were
At
gone.
least 5 years.
But I haven't
Or-
looked for them for so long.
Oh, maybe
I
not 5,
forgot
4 years.
that they were gone.
They're gone, mate.
Horrible. They're the best lollies ever made.
Even the lollipops were good. Do you remember the big lollipops?
Yeah.
They were good.
The lollipops are good.
And they were called Sucks.
Star Sucks.
I think they were called Sucks. Yeah.
Suckburst.
Suckburst, yeah. Suckburst sounds a bit, how'd they get away with that one?
Suckburst.
Suck Starburst. I reckon they wouldn't even be able to do that now. The world out there is quite a politically correct place now. So I couldn't think you could come up with a lolly named Sucks.
Do you want to rank?
I'm not good at ranking on the spot.
No?
Well, if we had prepped, what do you want to rank?
I want to rank like top 5 sweets.
Oh, okay.
Like the top 5 sweet treats.
I'm not like a fan of
Like chocolates or
dessert.
lollies?
I'm a lolly guy.
Yeah, chocolates or lollies.
I'm a lolly guy.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying like
Yeah.
either or.
What are you?
I'm both.
Chocolate just destroys my gut.
I like chocolate, but I love lollies as well.
Chocolate will put me on the couch and I'll be ready for bed. Like, just absolutely destroy me. But the best chocolate ever is the Marvelous Creations.
Absolute bullshit. Kit Kats.
Kit Kat's good.
Kit Kat's
That'd be
the
top 5.
best.
Kit Kat's be top 5.
Kit Kats.
Marvelous
Top 1.
Cadbury Creations, the OG.
with the little jelly
the OG,
bits. The little
OG,
jelly
yeah.
bits.
OG.
Popping candy.
Crunchy chocolate's good. The ones with the little pieces of crunchy in it. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have the Vegemite one?
No, that's
No,
garbage.
I'm not
What
sick
are you,
either.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not sick.
Lollies, yeah. Starburst snakes were fucking great. The jelly babies. The jelly babies
the
were
ones
great.
that used to pinch either side, and they used to have the little like liquid in the middle.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah,
You used
they're
to
all
pinch
good.
them, and they had like a liquid in the middle, and it was like
Can I
soft
just say,
interior with
Can I
it.
just say why don't they exist anymore? There's a
Apparently,
demand.
the health rating.
Was so
Apparently,
shit.
the health rating was so
Was
bad
so
they got
shit.
like Australian government got rid of them.
Oh my god, is that actually true?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I was gonna
sure.
say like there's such a demand for them.
I'm pretty sure. Let me search this up.
It's like there's such a demand for them. Why get rid of them?
are Starburst
Same with
not in Australia?
Same with that dirt dessert shit, that Yogo. Remember how like that was gone for about 10 years and now there's a huge demand?
Oh,
for it?
you fucking
Why
serious?
Why did it ever go?
The iconic lolly brand was removed from Australia in June because of its rising production costs.
Oh,
I'll fucking pay the extra $1 for a Starburst.
Fucking hell, man. Like,
I'll pay for it.
everyone's going nuts. Everyone was going nuts.
It's not like
when
they were just sitting on the shelf all dusty. They were fucking every sports carnival. There was Starbursts.
Yeah, I know. If I saw on Instagram, yeah, man. If you're buying snakes for like a halftime sports team, it's going to be Starburst.
Those little square chews.
Oh man, who?
The red ones, man.
Don't you remember
Oh, they taste like
Do you
fucking
remember
medicine. I love them.
when you play kids sport? And like, obviously every week the different parent's got to buy the snakes.
There was
You get
always
those parents
one set of parents who had
buy the
the
fucking Woolies brand. Get in the bin, black and gold. Come
black
on.
and gold.
Get us a pack of Starburst.
Fucking-
Fuck.
Got these ones, 2 for $4.
Look, the,
Fuck, why do you think they're 2 for $4, love?
the natural,
shit.
yeah, exactly.
Natural selection's all right.
Natural confectionery ones are right.
confection, yeah.
Allen's,
Natural selection.
Allen's are a bit mid.
Allen's are sickening.
They're a bit mid.
They're sickening.
Anything else, get in the bin.
You know, did you
Get
ever
in the
have like
absolute
the... Fuck, that is such a throwback now that you said that.
Yeah, it's like every single.
I
like,
used to-
you
there used to
motherfucker, you
be-
skimped out and gave us shit lollies.
Do you know who used to give one of the craziest pre-game snacks, like lollies, but unbelievable?
what?
Anthony Christo's dad,
What did he do?
Lazo,
What did he
used
do?
to come with the glucogel fucking jelly beans
Oh,
from the
phenomenal.
chemist.
Phenomenal.
They are the fucking top tier. If
Yeah.
you eat
those when you're healthy,
the licorice ones,
oh yeah, you're a criminal.
they are. You know they did the bag of just the licorice ones.
yeah, a bag
Who
of all the
fucking
a bag of
no
the
one's
shit
eating these.
ones.
Just make a bag.
Let's make a product out of the shit ones from the other bag. I don't know who pitched
The
that.
blue, the white, the red, the green, the
Oh man.
pink. They were all better.
What's
than
the
those
white
ones.
flavor, by the way?
I think it was lemonade.
Oh, okay.
I think it was lemonade.
I've never had a white lemonade before. I don't know why they're colouring it white.
I don't know. Lemonade seems to be.
But yeah,
White.
those aren't lollies you're supposed to have healthy. You're supposed
No.
to be sick as a dog.
Yeah.
See them at the pharmacy. Mum, I'm sick. Jelly beans.
Glucogel, please.
Glucogel's healthy.
$7 for a bag, but I'll polish them off. You can have the licorice one.
They would, yeah. No, so we'll just give them back to them. They'll make a product out of it. There's no way that anything at a pharmacy could be unhealthy. It's in a pharmacy, Mum.
Yeah,
Come on. It's not
Yeah.
full of fucking sugar or anything.
it can't be.
It's not full of... No. It's not made in the lab or anything. They're fucking healthy as.
How were jelly beans made?
Well, I think gelatin plays a part.
Oh, that would
Did they call them jelly because it's short for gelatin? Have you ever thought that? I just thought that then. Jelly,
I was gonna say that
jelly, and lolly jellies. Do you think they call jelly
What
gelatin?
does
Maybe some Latin origin there. Some Latin origin.
what does jelly bean mean?
But what does it mean? What do you mean? What does it mean?
A bean-shaped sweet with a gelatinous center.
No, gelatin. Where are all these gel words coming from? Gelatinous.
Gelatinous
Gel center. No, well,
and a firm sugar coating.
is jelly originated from the word gelatin?
Does jelly come
From Latin word
from
gelatin.
the
Latin origin gelatin. That's funny.
Yes. Yes. Jello is usually made from gelatin. The word jello comes from the old French.
Jello.
The word jelly comes from the old French and
Ah.
verb, Latin root.
There you go.
Jelly means to freeze.
Does it?
Yeah. In Latin.
Fucking
Like,
hell.
Gelatin means to freeze.
That is quite crazy.
Well, when you freeze sugar,
To set.
yeah, to set.
Fuck. There you go, guys. We're actually...
That fucking stunned me.
That was quite philosophical, that was quite deep.
Was that a rabbit hole? We haven't jumped on that
The
fucking sucker in ages.
The origin is...
I reckon it's
origins
been
of the
20
word
apps
jelly.
since we've gone down the rabbit hole.
I don't think people want to talk about the
Infamous.
English origins and French Latin origins of the word jelly and gelatin. So
Geloton.
we'll move forward from that.
Swiftly.
We'll move forward from
Move
that.
forward. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, so I've got a few things here.
Land.
So
Mm.
I read this in a book as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems pretty straightforward, but I find that I've never had this question posed to me before.
Hit me.
So this is how the question goes:
Sorry. Reapply my blue stacks.
if I couldn't fail and success was guaranteed, how would I spend my life? I wrote a few things down for myself, but obviously I want to know your thoughts on that. In your own time.
I'd be
If it was just
I'd be
guaranteed.
throwing myself at the wall.
What does that mean?
I'd be absolutely just like head on
Like
into everything.
everything that means the word success to you, by every meanings of your definition, you've achieved it.
Yeah.
Or like it's guaranteed whether you've achieved it or not.
Yeah.
What would you do if you knew that you was already, no matter what you did, you know, it's guaranteed that you've done it, or it's coming.
You work your ass off, wouldn't you?
No, like you know, like it's guaranteed.
What do you mean?
So how would you spend your life if your success was guaranteed? Like you couldn't fail.
Oh,
You couldn't fail.
I get.
So if you had all those things,
I'd
that
be
you want,
fucking just going through the motions.
what do you mean?
I'd just be living life. Just
What would you do, but
I'd fucking quit my job,
yeah,
One.
and what would you do?
quit my job, and I'd go do everything that I love doing.
And what's that? What would you do?
I'd go fucking fishing all the time.
Yeah.
I'd just go fucking travel, and I'd go fish, and I'd go fucking fly to all these places I want to go visit. I'd go. What about? No.
What would
No.
you, what?
But what do you mean? Like my definition of success is different because I've got different goals.
Yeah. So if you had all
Like
those goals,
I want to get to a level professionally at my chosen sport
yeah.
where it's a full-time job and I can take care of my family.
So you've achieved that. Say you've achieved that. Or like it's guaranteed that you've achieved that.
What do you mean it's guaranteed that I achieve that?
Well, say you've achieved it.
So I'm 40 years old now.
Yeah, say you've achieved it.
Done everything I need to do. I've succeeded at life.
Yeah. What would you do?
Everything that I love doing. I'd go fishing. I'd go traveling. I'd go fucking spoiling my kids. I'd do everything. Everything.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. I think what he was getting at in this book, the author, the writer, like he's like,
You've got nothing to strive
if I
for.
couldn't fail in success, what's guaranteed? How would I spend my life? I think like he's saying like, you know, sort of being like, why can't you have those things? Why can't you think that way? Why can't you aim to strive for the things that you wrote down?
Mm.
So those things that you just said, he's pretty much saying like, why aren't you thinking that's like a real possibility of what's going to happen? Like, he's like, why don't you think you're sort of worthy of that? Why don't you think?
I do think that.
Well, that's what I mean. So it's like, that's good that you have that vision of what you want.
Mm.
I feel like that's what you internally want, right? So if you couldn't fail and success was guaranteed, that's like what you want. It's not what your mum wants. It's not what your girlfriend wants.
Yeah, their definition of success might be something different.
It's not what your mum wants. It's not what your girlfriend wants. It's not what fucking I want for you. It's not what your friends want for you. It's not what anyone wants for you. That goes to show that's what you want. You want to go fishing in the sunset. You want to travel. You want to do those things.
Mm.
So I thought about it too, and I've probably said something similar. So I put traveling the world, seeing new places, but also meeting new people and
Definitely.
experiencing like their cultures, I reckon. Oh shit. This fucking
Sorry, henhouse. Just broken a mic.
I reckon that'd be so sick seeing new cultures, eh? Depending on like, you know, what you're
The
into.
culture, obviously, I'm not overly enticed by like going to the slums, for example.
I don't want to get shot, put it that way, but like I
don't
want
to go to fucking
in a safe way.
downtown Detroit. Get fucking
No, that's a different type of culture, I think.
bopped.
I'm talking about like, you know,
I know. What are you talking about?
like local food.
South America.
Friendships.
I'd love to go to South America.
I
So
wanna
scary.
I think next year.
It's so scary. But
I think next year that's where I'm
but
going, man.
fuck. I work with a Mexican guy.
Oh man.
North America, but
What do you reckon? Start
Mexican.
June,
Completely different culture.
June
to-
next year.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The missus wants to go. Cheese wants to go.
We're going to go like Chile and Argentina
She
and
wants to do Central America. So she wants, you know, Central America?
South America.
So it's in South America,
Yeah.
but they call it Central
Yeah.
America. So it's like, you know, like that little bit that connects
Yeah.
United States to South America. That's like Central America, right?
Isn't
So-
that like no? It's not Ecuador and shit, is it? No.
No. So we got Mexico. We've got Guatemala,
That'd be cool.
Nicaragua. How do you say that? Do you know how to say
Nicaragua.
that? Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Belize,
Yeah.
Honduras,
Mm-hmm.
Costa Rica. There's another one. I'm missing. In that, fuck, what is it? Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Costa Rica. I don't know, but yeah, those countries. Starting in Mexico as well.
I've got one of the guys I work with is from Mexico.
So I've been going down a bit of a rabbit hole recently because I want that to, you know, for me next year it was like Europe, but then she was saying like, oh, like she's going to go to wants to go South America.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I'd also love that. So it's like, you know, I can always go to Europe, like whenever.
I think South
Maybe-
America is more of a thing you got to do while you're young.
Maybe if she's going South America now, I'm still young.
'Cause it's a
Why
bit-
don't I just go with her to there?
I think it's a bit more
You need to be
physically
active.
demanding.
You need to be active.
Yeah.
If you
you're going to be hiking, you're going to be walking,
You're
you're
gonna
going
be
to be
hiking and
eating not a lot. You're going to be drinking heaps. It's going to be hot.
yeah,
Europe is somewhere where you can go maybe in the winter time even,
yeah,
and like we're doing.
and you can just chill.
Like we're doing now. We're literally going because
Sit in an
we have
Uber.
had I've had the most jam-packed year. I've
wanna
not
kick
stopped
back.
doing shit every fucking day.
Yeah,
And I just want to. I said to us in the middle of the year, we said, should we just go? Because we're going to do one big trip at the end of next year.
yeah,
And we just said, should we just split it up? Go London, Amsterdam this year, America next year.
sick.
And she goes, yeah, done. And we like literally booked it within 2 days of just thinking that we just
That's
book
sick.
it. And it couldn't have come at a better time because I'm getting to the point now where
Where you
it's-
just need
everything's
it.
catching up to me.
You
I'm
need
starting to get physically drained, mentally drained. Work is getting like, it's just fuck. I'm getting sick of it now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I'm just need a break,
yeah.
refresh, sort my mind out, go again next year.
That's what you need.
And yeah, it's the perfect time. Right, New Year's into my birthday, into like fucking 4 weeks of just nothing,
That's cool.
just
Yeah, no,
relaxing
you need that break.
and fucking, and then straight back into preseason when I get back,
Back to it.
which is good, which is exactly what I want because I don't
Yeah,
want
mate.
that time to do like be able to have a week where I just don't do anything.
You want to get straight back into it.
I'm literally landing on the Saturday,
Straight back on the horse. Back in the routine.
fucking Sunday, Monday, preseason starts Tuesday.
Yeah, back in the routine.
So it's like,
Yeah, I went. So with what we're talking about with South America, obviously, you only hear what's on the media and the news, and like,
Yep.
I'm so intrigued by it, and you're like, fuck. There's two sides to it. You're like, fuck this, like, it'll be fine, and then you're also like, fuck, I don't want to die.
what if
So
it's not
like,
fine? Yeah,
it's two things, right? Because you always hear the stories, and the only thing you're going to hear is the stories
Yep.
of the bad shit.
you're never
happening
going to hear on the news. Oh, couple enjoyed a
Couple
great
had a
time in
great
South
trip,
America.
yeah. You're not hearing that on the news, man. So that's the thing.
Couple enjoyed a margarita poolside.
And it warps your perception of it. Oh, and El Salvador is the other one. Sorry, just remembered.
Yeah.
So it warps your perception of it because I've got a few clients. You get South Americans that come through occasionally. One of them's from El Salvador. There's a couple from
Quite a lot of South Americans here.
lots from Colombia.
Pretty similar climate, I think.
Heaps from Colombia.
That's why.
But yeah, they come in and I talk to them about it and like, oh, you'll be fine, man. Like they're like, you'll be fine. Like he goes, just go. He goes, if you don't buy drugs over there, you'll be fine. And I'm like, yeah, no, I have no interest in that. So it's
Yeah.
like, he goes, yeah, just be smart and like, don't get involved with any of that.
It's the same with anywhere, though.
He said
Like
that,
you hear
yeah,
about
they
all
said
the
that.
bad shit here.
So but then I don't know. It just depends where you are looking for this information because
Yeah.
you go on blogs. Everyone's like, yep, it's great time. It's a great place. Just be aware of these things, but otherwise you're sweet. And then you go on Smart Traveller. You know Smart Traveller, the website, the government website.
No, but
So there's a government website called Smart Traveller. It's an Australian website, and it pretty much gives you the rundown of traveling in any country. You can put any country in there, and it gives you like a rundown.
what to do and what not to do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where
But it's
to
like
go.
it's very. What do you call it? Like it's like
Just broad.
so for Bali, it's got like a light red thing in it, like an orange color, saying
Ah, so it tells you the areas on the map.
yeah,
Is
that
what
as
you're talking
well.
about?
It does that as well. So
Okay.
it's like exercise a high degree of caution, and then there'll be some areas where it's like reconsider your need to travel. So Bali's like that. Bali is exercise a high degree of caution. And then obviously there'll be like little islands in Indonesia where it's like, don't go there because, I think some of them are like Taliban controlled and shit like that. But anyways, you go look in South America, it's the same. Same as Bali, it's like exercise a high degree of caution. And then there's obviously certain spots where it's like, don't go there, like reconsider your need to travel there.
That's with everywhere.
So
That's
that
with everywhere.
that website was like,
what-
that scares you off that website if you read through it because it's like, high chance of kidnapping, like
do you
high
think
chance
if they
of
did
this.
that here, it'd be fucking bright red in Armidale?
They should. They should do
Armidale
that.
would just be bright red.
But it's like, I don't know.
Fucking.
It's more than suburbs.
Where else is
It's like
dodgy?
regions.
Yeah, where else is dodgy here?
I think Perth would be pretty green, like for the most
Yeah,
part.
for the most part, yeah. But Armidale.
Exercise a high degree of caution.
Ellenbrook.
So, yeah, that was it. It says like a lot of dot points: high risk of kidnapping, high risk of violent crime.
Fuck, that's
high
wild,
risk
eh?
of.
But
high risk
that
of
obviously
stuff.
goes down to data and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not just like
it's
what
obviously
might
hap-
happen.
it's
Yeah,
obvi-
this is shit. This is statistic.
It's obviously happening, but it's it's low chance of it happening if you're smart.
Yeah.
And they say don't go to certain places at night. Like don't take out of ATMs at night. Don't show valuables. It's like just be smart. Just literally
Yeah.
get a backpack, strap it to you, and just fucking
Walk around.
walk around in
And
boardies
just-
and thongs. So then,
What a lot. Burks.
so after that, I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know if I can do this. Then I went to TikTok and Instagram, and I want to have a look at all the backpackers and what they're saying. All of them loved it, loving it, saying it's safe, saying they feel safe to walk alone, all this stuff. So it's a completely different side when you look at the Instagram and TikTok. All the travelers like, this is so beautiful, it's amazing, like, don't stress, like, I feel safe, I felt very safe. Or they'll be like, oh, there's this one little sus moment, but everything else after that was good. I'm like, fuck, like, they seem fucking fine. And some of them are like solo girl travelers, man. I'm like, fuck. And that's like my missus, she's happy to go travel there, like, solo as well. I'm like, fuck, some people just, they're just not fast, eh? They're just like happy to go. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited and I want to do it. So
That'd be fucking sick.
I reckon
get that sorted out.
my parents will not be happy, but at the end of the day, like,
It's your choice.
I want to do it, and I'll be 24 soon,
4, yeah.
so I want to do it. But yeah, that's what I found. It's a weird one because like everywhere you read, if you want to find good stuff to convince you to go,
Yeah.
you'll find it. If you want to find
Shit.
stuff to convince you not to
Mate,
go,
it's
you'll
the
find
same
it.
thing with the fucking having a flu or having an illness. I've got a lump on my throat here,
I'm dying.
which is a fucking like a
Yeah.
saliva gland or something that I get from grinding my teeth when I sleep.
Yeah.
I searched up, why do I have a lump on my fucking neck? And I got told I had cancer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I did a bit more detail and stuff and went in a bit more search. Oh, if it's painful and if you grind your teeth at night, it's 100% this. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the guy fucking typing in a fucking blog page at fucking 1 a.m. that you've never met before knows your problems. And that's the thing.
Me.
A person who's been kidnapped in Mexico is not going to say the same thing by a person that had a great time in Mexico and didn't get kidnapped. They're going to have two completely different recommendations on the country.
Yeah.
Two different travel guides.
Well, it's the same thing. Yeah, you see like food reviews. Oh, the food was fantastic. Staff was lovely. Oh, did you go eat that place? They were bloody horrible last time we went there.
I had a fucking great time. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't.
But that's
the
again goes down to the thing we said at the start.
goes down to
Perception.
perception, and experience. Definitely their experience.
Literally.
So I think I got to do it for myself.
Fuck it, man.
Everything in life requires risk.
And everything happens for a
I'm
reason.
trying to get my Colombian mate, one of my clients, to come to Central America with me. Speaks good Spanish. I'm going to try get the Duolingo going.
Duolingo, get it fucking going.
I don't think it's going to be as difficult as people think. It's similar to Italian.
I'm going to try and get Duolingo for
I've been watching
for London.
Narcos. You pick up little words.
Muy bien. Donde está la leche?
I don't know. I know hermanos is like brothers.
Yeah, donde está la leche means
Hermanas,
where's the milk?
sisters. Yeah, okay. So look, I've got a bit of work to do. So
Thank you very much, everybody.
for tuning in.
It's been a great episode.
Next one's 30.
Ooh, the big 3 zip.
We'll try to do something a little bit different for that. Try to do something for a little bit
But yes, just to inform you, we will be uploading every fortnight.
yeah. For the time, look, until further
For the
notice,
time
we'll let you
being,
know-
yeah.
we'll let you know.
But
if
we're going to try and go every
anything
fortnight, just so we have a bit more to talk about and a bit more content
More freshness.
and a bit more time to just get everything sorted and make sure it's good when we actually upload it.
Like this episode, like was an easy hour, like to just talk through, you know. So that's the good thing. I guess.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you guys in a few weeks.
Ciao.
Bye.